They say what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The things you do will come back to you. It's called karma. Karma. Welcome to today's episode. This is Guru Divine Reader. I'm Guru Tree, and I got a message for you today. We're going to talk about karma today. What is karma? Karma's the choices that you make, the thought process that you have, the deeds that you do. Karma comes from your past life, when you was once in another body. It's in your present body. It's your current decisions, your actions that you take. It's the reward, the punishment. Basically, there's good karma and bad karma. But generally, if you was to tell someone about karma or try to get the ideal of what it is in general terms, karma is cause and effect. Cause and effect is what you do and the results of what you do. Everything in life is generated through karma. So if it's the cause and effect, what's the cause? The cause start with like a germ, a creation of something, the source of something, the root, the origin. When something is initiated, it is caused. The effect is the result of something, the reaction, the payoff, the end result of something that is relied on from the cause of something. There's also the transferring the agent, meaning that it's possible to transfer your karma to another person or another person transfer their karma to you. It's the actions that people do, their intent. What's intent? It's what you aim to do. It's what you plan to do. That's your intent. Your deeds is your acts. The physical acts, the mental acts of you displaying and manifesting this in your mind is the acts. Whether you commit that deed physically, mental deeds are a part of your karmic plan. In order to get this transfer agent or this karma to be in a positive stance, there must be positive deeds, positive works, acts of influence for the future. Because there's consequence to your effects. Your physical and your actions and your mental effects demonstrates your karma of consequence. Whether it's invisible or visible. Your deeds, your performance, your effort, your contracting, your actions implies the karmic principle, which is your habit. The things you do pinpoints your truth, your opinions. But you must surrender. You must sacrifice and surrender your possessions. This is either the possessions of your thought process, the possessions of your physical aspects, or this is the possessions of the choices that you have made in order to receive good karma. There would also be a transfer of karma, where this karma go back to the universe or it goes to another individual that refused to sacrifice for the universe. That's what leads to karmic partnerships, karmic relationships, karmic partners. You must sacrifice. You must give up your own interest, your wishes. You must renounce. You must endure to suffer in order to get back to good graces. If I'm going too fast for you, rewind it, slow it down, repeat it, whatever you have to do to get the message. It's very important, because your self-perception leads to influence of the experience of life. Your character influences your experiences in your life. The credit, the merit that you deserve is based on that character that becomes your habit. You got to slow down to catch up, whatever it takes. Your karma is based on your rebirth. We get this chance after chance after chance to get it right. In the eyes of the spiritual realm, we die, we rebirth, we come to other realms, other conditions, and other forms until we break that cycle, that bad cycle that leads to negative karma. And that's the realm of God, the realm of the divine, the universe. This enables the rebirth to generate positive karma. Man, y'all gotta slow down, because I don't think you hear me. If you don't hear me from this point, rewind at 6 minutes. Your karmic principle is based on the habits that you possess. Your habits leads to good karma or bad karma. So, good and bad karma, good karma and bad karma, both starts with creation. What's creation? Creativity, building something up, having uniqueness of something. That's creation. Your skills, your talent, your strength, the creation of your space. But it must benefit all to be good karma. You can tell when someone has good karma because there's fortune, blessings with this person. This person tends to admit and correct themselves. A person with good karma helps someone They give you a job or something. They try to provide and make it beneficial for all. They volunteer in sponsorship. Share food from their gardens. When they share fruit and food from their gardens bear more fruit during their shortage. That's what the universe do. But when there's bad karma, there's misfortune and suffering. And this comes from an individual wanting to laugh at another person. They want to steal. They have greed. There's nothing but bad karma to it. You must suffice humility when it comes to gaining good karma. Blaming only shows your own effort. If I sit around and I blame somebody, I'm only showing my own effort. The creation of reality of you not working hard enough. That's what it is when you're blaming. It's poor performance. When there's growth, you got control over yourself. You learn that you're only controlling yourself, and you don't have to control nothing else. When you have growth, you know that there's no control over others and other things. You know that the universe is going to make fate go in the order that it's supposed to go. When you got responsibilities, you are the owner of what happens to you. You are the owner of the choices that you make, the things that you do, the things that you accept. Your connections is who you are now, and it is a result of your previous actions. Tomorrow is a result of today. Focus. Concentrate on one thing at a time. First, it starts with love and peace instead of anger and grief and greed and hate. Giving and helping others. Give what you believe in. If you believe in something, your bad karma is going to cause you to come into action when you halt that belief. You can't halt your own belief system. It's the here, the now. Focus on the presence. Embrace and let go of past negative. I am here. Change. Free yourself from patterns that are negative, that causes you negative grief. Stop the cycle. Patience and reward comes with consistency with your deeds and your goals and your plans. Positive karma comes when there's transition. When you release baggage, good karma comes right after. Holding on to negative only causes storms. Move on. Departure. Leave it behind when your first mind tell you to leave it behind, because that's your spirit guides. They're telling you it's time for a change. They're telling you that being stuck in the past is only going to lead you to negative reactions, results. Transition only helps you stay in the presence. It displays, it shows that you are bound to your resources, your security, and good things will start coming in afterwards. Abundance. But when you don't follow what the spirit guides tell you to do, then there's scarcity, there's mischance and deficiency. When you're stingy, you have a lost opportunity because of greed. Things become small. Seem like you ain't getting nowhere. There's a lack of planning because the spirit stirs it up. Because you resist the change. You cause a delay, and in the process of the stagnation, there's storms, bad results, unavoiding actions that occur. You must benefit yourself in structure. Protect yourself at all times, mentally and spiritually, with the crystals. I have those online. Stay focused. It leads to good karma. Stay disciplined. Because once you become a tyrant and stubborn and become controlling, bad karma comes in recklessly. That's a person tight. Person that stay tight, shoulders stay tight, thoughtless person. Spirits want you to change your cycles. Be decisive. When you doubt and you be indecisive, the spirits bring in havoc, bad luck. There's a lack of control and a sense of someone wanting to cling to control. And it only leads to this disorder, chaos, a spinning out of control, unwelcome changes. You must not think inadequately, because it will happen. Bad karma is your thoughts. Once you repossess the depths and forgive, you will see that your spiritual journey will become easier, less fragmented. The spirits, they'll bring instability, luxury, independence. There will be profit when good karma is there. But when you find yourself working too hard, you feel your self-worth. You guard. You feel like you're living above your means and having to hustle. That's when you know you're in bad karma. Spirit wants you to change something. Scam, damage. When you stick to your duties, there will be no extra responsibilities. These duties are physical duties or spiritual duties. Sometimes, a lot of people come to me, they say, hey, I give you your gratitude because you're able to do the podcast, because I can't. And there's no such thing as can't. Can't only leads to struggle. The word can't only leads to extra burdens. You will find yourself collapsing with too many responsibilities when you find yourself it can't. At the word can't. You'll find yourself working hard but can't get nowhere, and that's bad karma. You must be honest, a problem solver, fair, and open-minded in order to receive good karma. Because when you're bitter and spiteful, you're over critical, unforgiving, you'll see the sword come right through you harshly with bad karma. Pause. Relax. Have peace. Embrace. And listen to the spirits guide you and depend on them. Be quiet for a second. Be mindful. Vacancy. Away from people. Because when you're worn out and you're around people all the time and you're already shattered, it's going to drain you. And you won't hear the message. And it will cause you to become a deadbeat or breathless and not have the energy to vanquish the message that you should always give out yourself. Recovery. Your first step is recovery. You must find comfort to get good karma. And you'll find yourself in good karma when you are comfortable and able to plan the future and discover things. Discover and take risks. You'll be able to do that when you're in a stage of good karma, because those that overanalyze and don't take the action won't even have the ability to suffice the risk, because they're held back by bad karma, by their mind state. Yeah. Not taking no risk. They counsel things. That's how you know bad karma is there. They're fear. But to get the exposure that you want and progress towards success and stardom, you must not think of ill wills, failure. Those that get in little mobs and packs and stuff like that, there's no praise and stardom coming. That's bad karma. The spirit don't want you packed nowhere at all times. They said be still and pause and be in vacancy so you can hear your spirit guides. It will only make you hungry to be with a group in a mob or a crowd, because you won't have your own self-interest. That's the transfer of agent. You're around so many people that's causing you to not do what you're supposed to do regarding your fate and your destiny and your journey. It's only going to make you fail. And then you'll feel trapped with bad karma. Trapped in your head. Don't know what nobody thinking or what kind of punishment you have coming towards you, because you disregard being a survival and releasing things that cost your freedom. You must face your fear. I say this too often. You must face your fear in order to get to your wealth. That's your physical wealth, your reliability, your fate. You just can't be a gambler. It's different from being, it's different from having choices than being a gambler. You can't see what's behind something when it's been gambled. You don't care. You're at a stage of uncare. That's bad karma. It's only going to cause you to collapse and lose money. Your motive your benefit, would allow you to reach a positive state to rejuvenation and healing. It will cause you to be calm, but you got to have a purpose. You got to be reaching for something. You got to have hope. A renewal of your mind state. A renewal of your actions. Your character. Like I said from the beginning. Because negativity is showing no concern, and it is only going to lead to bad karma. The blame game. You'll have agreements with people. You know you're in good karma. When you see diversity instead of conflict. You will stand in the stage of being supportive to others. Staying calm. Even when others are irate. Instead of being addicted and over-dependent to someone and just sufficing to conflict, being a slave or codependent. No. You must have self-care. When there's self-care, there's positive karma. They said without faith, there's no work. Or is it, you must have faith and do some work, some physical work, some mental work. What you believe in, you must do the work to what you believe. Your belief system. What doesn't bring you grief and regret brings you towards good karma. So you must have the passion. You are your own hero. You must be fearless. And then inspire your own self. Look for adventures. Look for a finish line. Because once you plan something, once you set a goal, you know there's a finish line. Now, being a daredevil and trying to go backwards instead of conquesting, you got to understand that some things you have no control over. There's no reason to question the universe. Just step in your powers. When you have shared goals and show effort, you show that there's collaboration and teamwork and learning. Instead of working alone and having poor communication, which leads to bad karma. You must know how to work with others. You must know how to communicate with others. All forms of communication, verbal, written. Because conflict is bad karma. That means someone did not have a goal. If you have conflict, you don't have a goal. You have poor communication. If you can't settle something without physical or verbal conflict, someone's not learning something. Someone's not learning from their mistakes. Someone lack confession. When there's a lack of confession, there's only bad karma, lies. You must see the big picture. You must choose to be different. You walking around like others is only a facade. It's an illusion, because even the person that you're acting like may not even be the person that they are on the inside. You can't be forceful. You can't be powerless. Having these high expectations and being abusive. You're harsh. You're being harsh. You're afraid to be different. You're rude, huh? ineffective, it's only going to lead to bad karma. It only shows that you're a weak leader. A womanizer. Ooh, you are unattainable. You must stay a mystery. It's good to be a mystery. I'm a mystery to everyone. I shoot my subliminals. I suppress. But you know you're in a higher power when you are fertile, mentally fertile, and you're desirable. Because when you don't put that effort in, you're unwanted. You're influenced by others, which is bad karma. You must be truthful and direct. Have that page energy. Because when you're unfair, there's consequences to that. Treat people right. Treat humanity right. Follow the laws. Be honest. There's reason. Your integrity. Show accountability. Because when you're injustice and dishonest, there's corruption. There's bad karma. When there is good karma, there is completion. The ability to travel, the wholeness, the fulfillment, the sense of belonging, accomplishments. But with that of bad karma, there's the feeling of incompletion, emptiness, shortage and disappointment, and burdens and lack of control and achievements. Lack of completing things leads to bad karma. But there will be a new feeling. You will feel the spirituality, the intuition, when you know that there is creativity, a new relationship. This leads to emotional awakening. Patterns and beliefs. Your fertility to even establish those agreements of those patterns and beliefs. But when you don't do that, there is sadness and coldness and just emotional loss, feeling unloved. Repression is bad karma. It requires self-love. Because with self-love, you know you're balanced. You're able to balance your resources. You have flexibility. You're able to maintain and juggle. But there's messiness and going to the extreme and dirtiness when bad karma is involved. They can't help it. They're imbalanced. They try overextending themselves and trying to over control the path that the universe has already laid out for them. And they get jumbled and tangled. And they don't know what it's coming from. It's coming from bad karma. You're overcommitting. You're amplifying. You're trying to be too loud. You're trying to show too much. You're trying to go too far when you ain't even got to do that. Because guess what? Self-evaluation leads to awakening, renewal, repairing of one's self, and leading to the purpose and the reflection of one's self. It's your inner calling, your composure. Your composure leads to this good karma. But that lack of self-awareness is you showing that you fail to learn karmic lessons. False accusations and gossip and self-hate only leads to ignoring the calling. Bad karma. Just unwilling to learn. That's all it takes, is a little wisdom. Take a little wisdom to not go around and say, I blame and this is unfair. Everything is destined to be as it is. Look at the lesson and stop looking at the people. Stop looking at the art. Stop looking around. The lesson is within you. You must be generous to receive good karma. You will receive wealth when you're generous. Not only do you be generous to people, you be generous to things. You be generous to the plants. You be generous to the bugs, to the animals, everything that the universe possesses. Just be a provider. Because when you become a gold digger and you become jealous, you become self-absorbed. Self-absorbed in bad karma. Wicked. You gotta show action. Be ambitious. Be fast thinking. To see the big changes. If you think about it, your body is the only thing that has self-movement and motor skills. The focus comes from the eyes, come from the mind. You must be a soldier. Not an awakening only, but a spiritual soldier. You don't got to be rude, be aggressive and bully to people, because they will become restless and they will become burnt out and impulsive for their bad karma. Missing opportunities and become very vicious. That's what they'll do. The karma will get them. And let others lead them to danger. That's what it'll do. Be in union with everyone. Be in unity. Be in partnership. Not with just one person. You must have mutual attractions to everyone and see everything in all to receive good karma. Combine beliefs. Agree to disagree. Consolidate. Enjoy the chemistry, just like chemicals. This chemical binding with this chemical, or this one and with that one. Hey, an experience. You have to see where you belong, and where those connections are disconnected, you are journeyed. If it involves bad karma, you'll see the recess. You will see it come to an end. Because there will be a breach. There will be scattered energy. You must have mental clarity at all times. The truth. Living your truth. having high standards and staying focused on those standards instead of being mad, which leads to bad karma. Unreasonable, irrational, inhumane. Hey, be quiet. That's manipulation. It leads to severe punishment. The punishment of you avoiding the growth and the patience. There will be less harvest for you in bad results because of low effort, because of waste of energy, the waste of rewards, limiting yourself to frustration, and denying and delaying work. Once again, your belief is nothing without work. You must observe everyone and show honor for your space. Because there will be disputes if there's no observation. That's in any boundary, anyone's other space. When there's no observation, it's only going to lead to bad karma and dispute. You must observe other people's space. You must observe laws and rules. You can't be a dreamer all the time, but it's good to be a dreamer. It's good to be in your inner child. Show curiosity sometimes with observation. But that doubting will lead to emotional issues. It will cause you to become vulnerable. And then once again, your stability will be off track. Good karma is compromising. It's appraising things. Moderation. Consideracy. Because a gap in communication and a lack of harmony is going to lead to hastiness, clashes. Once again, that's bad karma. Show clear evidence. Be open. Be in your power. Because if you play on manipulation and engineer chisel, there will be darkness. And things will steer no way but into flames, into bad luck. You will react to this, and there will be hostility with bad karma. When there's good karma, there's mental clarity, good decision making. You have reason, clear reasons for your advances. Now, once again, this starts with family. What you consider to be family or your legacy. It starts there. The wills, the trust, the financial security. It starts at the peak of the family tree. And then when you see that their legacy, those roots are dark and illegal actions, depth, and all kind of rival issues that's happening within that family, then you know this bad karma starts from the root of your tradition. You must focus on your foundation. You must observe your traditions and see which ones that fit your current thought process and belief patterns. Because if it don't fit, it's going to make you lose everything. transformation. Switch it up. Because if you repeat the negative patterns, you don't have to change. You can stagnate. But you will purge inner. You will purge from the inside out if you refuse to stop your negative patterns. Karma will make you become dependent. The bad karma will make you decay with gangrene and bad teeth if you resist the change. The spirits want you to travel and have courage. They don't want you to vanish and be indecisive about something and try one more time and keep trying and be a Knight of Swords, be a Knight of Wands. No, they don't want you to do that. They want you to be decisive, be alone, so you can know your path. Withdraw. Be in stalemate. Face your fears. Once again, I'm telling you. Avoidance of things that are against your will. Will only release the difficulty. It will lead to lies and exposures, confusion. There will be discoveries then. A new plan for you to move forward. But when you lack ideals and you're impatient and you refuse to use your energy to continue your path, that's only bad karma. You'll get to your breaking point with nightmares, anxiety, not being able to sleep, total disappointments. But you'll have to learn to cope and recover and come into celebration with yourself. Once again, it takes you to be in your power to stand up for yourself, for your protection, for your preservation. You must be committed and endurance and defend yourself in order to deflect disalignments of bad karma. Be balanced. Be of positive kindred spirits. Because disharmony and detachments also cause negative karma and imbalance. Leave the conflict. Decede the bad choices. Try not to lack accountability, because when you lack accountability, once again, it deteriorates your health mentally. You won't become goal-oriented when you do this. You won't be able to study. You'll be missing opportunities and feel foolish about things. And constantly receive bad news, unfulfillment. Stand in your power with compassion, with love, maturity. Because depression and unstable mental states will only lead to irregular attitudes and personalities and characters. You'll become very uncaring and irresponsible and controlling, and it will only lead to toxicity. Toxicity, worst of all, is bad karma. Just the bondage, period. The feelings for. You have to learn how to control it. Control your attachments. Have restrictions with people and be devoted to yourself if it is in balance with your own beliefs. You know, it's no strings attached, but bad karma comes with detachment and the way that detachment is performed. Your happiness, your overall happiness, is the most important balance for your emotions. And you know, when you're in a state of complete happiness, this is your good karma. But when you're unhappy and there's conflict, you become disconnected, feel neglected. It's just bad karma. Stand in your fulfillment with positivity. Return things with kindness. Or there will be negative karma with nightmare and misery. There will be a lack of reward, no understanding, addictions. Good memories is what causes good karma. That's why I said it starts from past life, past events, leads to the current events. Good memories, playfulness, protection, and good bonding is the joy of good karma. But when you're stuck in the past and you refuse to move forward and let go, it only leads once again to bad karma and conflict. Today is a new day. Yesterday is gone. We sleep and we wake up and we come back to a new reality. And the clashes and the friction and all of the arguments and underhandedness should go away with that. Just defeat and let others defeat, as long as there's no physical contact. To win at all costs. Set it right with peace and adjustment. Make amends if you have to. If there's past resentment, just put something right. If you have no resolution for this, move on. Things will clear. Be inspirational, like I said, and have growth. Then you will have a chance every time, no matter what the situation was in the past. Potential, that's what you'll have. But when you're stopping something, you won't get no bad news. When you lack direction and try to delay something, you'll become stuck. There will be secrets, things hidden, but those secrets will not succumb you. There will be complexity. Because when there's fear, you know there's bad karma. When there's misunderstanding, there's bad karma. When there's misinterpretation, that is bad karma, because truth is composition and composure. Be dependable and save. Hold on to some kind of collateral, because it would only lead to good karma. Saving, budgeting. Those with the bad karma overspends, gluttony, eat more than what they can. They just urge things and they have an itch. They don't want to give to others. They shed old skin. They're less valuable. They're a waste. Those are people that possess that bad karma. They have faults in things. They lose everything. Only got 4 pentacles. That's all they got is 4 pentacles. It's easy to sacrifice. Sacrificial comes with waiting. Especially if you lack direction, you'll become confined, trapped. And you know that's bad karma when you're not willing to wait and sacrifice. Sometimes you have to wait. Only when you lack that direction. When it's time to let go and surrender, you'll become disinterested. You'll become disinterested in those negative patterns. Stand still. Stand in isolation. Because that's the only way that you will be able to become self-limitless. Have determination and commitment, the willpower, and it will lead you to good karma. Because when a person is powerless, that's when they have bad karma. You have bad karma on you. Those that are free and step into that new beginning, will not be distracted by bad karma, will not be gullible and naive. They won't be reckless. There's truth in good karma. Freedom. Who wouldn't want that? Confidence and joy. But when you're in bad karma, you're just dark and sorry, unhappy and discouraged. You don't know your identity. You just feel down. The darkness and the clouds of bad karma have absorbed you, made you become unrealistic of your expectations, indulged you in ego. It's unattainable. Enlargement and development of something is good karma. When you build up, that's building up your strength, building up your physical aspects. When you spread the word, when you expand, it gives you an opportunity to develop good karma. But when you feel like you don't have enough and you lack foresight, you just have just a low self-worth is a negative thing overall. So you know it's going to cause bad karma. You cause your bad karma. You cause it. Whether a person try to take themselves out today and say, oh, I'm tired of this body, I'm tired of this life, you're going to have to come back into some kind of physical form or become in some kind of entity to fulfill that karma that the universe has already set out for you, you will be at your last stance of perseverance. You'll become fatigued with things that battled you and drained you when you allow good karma to come into your life. You won't be stubborn and defensive anymore because the bad karma will eat you alive. When you refuse and you struggle and you're overwhelmed and paranoid and defensive, that's bad karma alone. When you give up and quit and refuse to compromise, that's a character. Bad karma character. You must learn how to alternate. Look at different possibilities. Look at solutions. Without becoming materialistic. Like self-indulging yourself into the material aspects. Because it's deception. Material things are temporary. It's a fallacy. Like the eyes are only giving you any kind of aspect of the material things anyway. You must be educated and learn and seek advice to receive positive karma. And you don't have to think that it have to be some kind of professional that you're wanting to receive the advice from. This could be anybody. You have to listen. You have to slow down and you have to listen to everything to gain knowledge. Because it's bad karma to abuse your position and break down and make bad choices because you reject. And you want to challenge all the time. You know. Sometimes, like I said, you got to have your personal belief, but it's, come on, morals. Plain morals. For example, like morally, you should know not to kick someone if they didn't kick you, or kick someone because they're talking, because morally, like, that's gonna lead to bad karma anyway. Like, that's gonna harm you. For real, that's gonna harm you. So be productive. Constantly be productive. Be loyal. First, be loyal to yourself, and then when people see that you're loyal to yourself, they know that you have the capabilities to be loyal to them, to make decisions, to become fertile, to become rich. Rich in both physical and in knowledge. Then they know that you're receiving good karma. Because bad karma is only someone being lost and confused and trapped. And boredom, because there's always something to do. Even if you go to like Home Depots and get you something to build, that's you fueling, not being stuck. You know, coming up with some kind of craft. Release the misery for your good karma to come in. Release the bitterness. Release the despair. That bitterness and all of that heartbreak is only going to lead to bad karma, because it'll lead to ill health. Because of that guilt, because of that trauma, because of the conflict. You have to release the bad karma with the negative self-traits and your faith. Release the pain. Just forgiveness. Forgiveness to let go of the bad karma, because health is your karma. You know, you got to have that kind of understanding to know that. Progression and excitement is good karma. While frustration and resisting the change and being out of control and being unprepared is negative karma. Be a closed book. Like I said, be a mystery. Be a negotiator. Because when you can keep negotiating with someone, I'm talking about not negotiating the same sentence, because that's kind of, I'm not going to say some kind of special, If you keep negotiating the same sentence, you have to change your track. Take action in a different way, in a different stance. And that's good karma, because when there's envious people and bitter and greedy people, it only leads to insecurity. Insecurity ain't nothing but bad karma. Go within. Have serious thought and extract and remove and pull out all those things that harmed you and hurt you and had you in contemplation. And then when you return to society, good karma will follow you. Be passionate. Take charge. Because taking charge would only lead to you not becoming low in confinement and vengeful. And demanding. When you taking charge, you got the courage and the confidence to know that you know what you're talking about. Or it could be with helping others also. It's okay to be sad, but it must advance. It must depart. There must be peace and acceptance. Generosity and charity and sharing and having control is good karma. When you feel like something is strings attached and you want to be one-sided, inadequate, everything falls. You will then be the one that have your hand out, looking for someone to provide you charity. Be strategic. There's no reason in lying. But if you have to, be strategic with it. Because when there's self-deceit and you are outsmarted, that's when things become a little ruckus and the bad karma just creeps in. People become two-faced. You got to come clean with yourself. So you ain't blackmail. I don't do blackmail. Blackmail is complete bad karma. I'd rather go on and tell or do what I have to do to dissociate from that. But there will be a betrayal. And if you can't come to a resolution of something, there will definitely be a stopping or a termination of something. And it could be with bad faith or disadvantages. Put up a fight and stand up to refuse. Because recovery will only lead to regeneration. You not resisting the end to come. But it will come. And it will regenerate. It will come again. And again and again and again and again. So you got to understand that revelation will become revelation every time until you complete these karmic lessons. Become divine. Become sensual. Become an artist or a piece of art. Love yourself. Because if you're smothered and overbearing in insecurities, it will cause your growth to lack. And it will lead you to reflections. You into thinking and wondering with pondering thoughts with regret. Lead you to meditation. And that's what it is, meditation. Meditation is good. Because at that point you get to study and observe your missed opportunities. There will be reevaluation of the things that you have done. But when there is bad karma, you retreat from that studying and trying to observe what you've done wrong, and you try to hide away. You don't focus on the positives, and you don't let go of the regret. You're in an asylum. That's an asylum when you disagree. That's a bad karma when you disagree and retreat from pondering your careful thoughts. Have the strength. Be bold. Be fearless. Be taming of your control, though, but also be daring and humble, because it only leads to good karma. Have that courage and persuasion and influence and compassion, because then you will become chin up and at an enterprise. When you become nothing but bad karma, you're nothing but fear and cowardice, shyness, self-doubt, and your inner strength is compressed because of weakness and lack of confidence and being inadequate. That's something that you can't be when you are on a path of your karmic lessons. You must become divine in order to escape any karmic lessons. You must become divine if you choose to sit in a negative karmic lesson, because karma is what you do to you, yourself, everyone else in the universe. And bad karma is not having that ability to gain the divinity that you need to escape the bad karma. My name is Guru Tree, and that's my message for today.